movie. All right, I will.
Here's the latest big screen news on the Frank DeCARO Show on OutQ, Sirius 109, XM 98.
Ta-da-tee-da-too. It's Frank DeCARO live in New York. Doria's live in L.A. Mr. Greg from the House of Greg Beauty Salon, bringing us together now to you via the magic of satellite radio, OutQ, Sirius 109, XM 98, and all the apps and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so anyway, there's some movies opening today. Doria, before we get into the major movies that are opening that we're going to look at the reviews of, there's a new Tilda Swinton movie all opening in L.A. and New York.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the name of it. I think it's called I Love You, I Adore You, Oh,
So
Look,
why
It's
are you
Me.
bringing it up?
Because she plays a Russian woman living in Italy, and it's I think she's like in the Milanese aristocracy, and she kind of comes in and she looks good. Anyway, I was excited. I was like, oh, new Tilda Swinton movie. She's got a new movie, and that Casey Affleck, who I like so much, he's got a new movie too. I love him. His brother, not so much. Casey Affleck, I love him. I think he's such an interesting. Ever since I saw him in that the something of Jesse James, but the murder of Jesse James, the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Was that the name of it? It's a really long title.
Something like that.
Something like that. Anyway, oh God, he was good in that movie. Anyway, I love
Why
that
are you
long.
just randomly coming up with this stuff?
I was reading the arts and leisure section this morning while I was pooping, and I thought I would share that. I learned a few things today.
Show prep.
I was show poop prep, and I was doing my thing, and I thought it was okay. So I was show pooping. Anyway, did you like Robert De Niro's pooping, by the way? Greg, what happened to your shoe? What are you doing? Are you cleaning off your shoe? That's really sweet. Do you have time to buff these up, too, these ones I'm wearing, or what? He's doing shoe shine, Doria. Can you do a tap number later? We'll get you to do all the stereotypes.
I can run a board and clean my sneakers. At the
Stop
same time.
that. Anyway, Toy Story 3 opened today, and I'm very excited about it. Lou Lumenick from the New York Post said, Toy Story 3 may not be a masterpiece, but it still had me in tears at the end. Oh, I want to go. And you know what it was, though, why he was crying at the end, Doria? He poked his 3D glasses right in his left eye. He was like, oh, motherfucker.
This film, shockingly enough, for a sequel, got 100% positive critical acclaim.
Well, because Pixar knows how to make a movie.
Which is amazing.
They know that it's important to have story. They know that it has to look good. Anyway, so it's Toy Story.
You know why it was a positive review? Because all the reviewers for like 5.
So anyway, I loved it. I love this movie. Toy Story 3, according to Ty Burr in the Boston Globe, says Toy Story 3 rouses itself rung by rung of visual and conceptual invention until it can stand close to the level of Pixar's best. More than that, the heart still beats in this franchise's digital chest. Sounds kind of yucky, but anyway. But I want to see it bad. And then A.O. Scott in the New York Times says this film, this whole 3-part, 15-year epic about the adventures of a bunch of silly plastic junk, turns out also to be a long, melancholy meditation on loss, impermanence, and that noble, stubborn, foolish thing called love. Oh, I'm going to get all weepy, Doria. Joe Morgenstern in the Wall Street Journal says, I won't tell you what the ending is, but it took my breath away, and I'll bet it takes yours. Do see this lovely film sooner rather than later. Oh, Doria.
Yeah, a lot of them talk about the ending, and they say that a lot of them mention that they were weepy.
I like that. People always get real mushbally about that. Everybody cried in Up in the beginning when the old broad died, you know. I didn't cry either. I was like, oh, good, Edward Asner is going to have a little, Nambla moment on the front porch with that little fat little scout. He's going to finally get some, you know. It was a good Nambla movie. Didn't you think, Doria, that movie? Up?
Frank.
It was. Grandpa got a little kid. Oh, can I come? I'm on the porch. Can you let me in? Oh, fine. Oh, you want to see my exotic bird?
Frank.
Ooh, look. And that's what it was about, Doria. Did you see the same movie I saw? I'm telling you, it was
Apparently not.
It's a dirty movie, that movie, Up.
I saw the one that Colin was in.
Oh, you know what it was? It was called How Far Up. That was the one I saw. Oh, shit. Oh, that was a difference. Oh, it's a whole other movie. I'm sorry.
You're going to get arrested someday.
I am not. I don't do
Yes,
anything.
you
I just talk a good game, that's all. Well, I talk a dirty game. I don't do anything. You know that, Doria. I don't do anything with anybody. Let alone my husband. Oh, forget
Not
the play.
even children?
Not even children. No, I don't want a child. My idea of a child is someone 19, 22.
Why did you say, well,
Mormons
you
make
get
cute children. That's what I said the other day. And they do. And I'm talking about like
You
a
said
20-year-old.
if they want to get back at the gays, they should stop making such cute children.
It's not quite the way I put it. But they do. I said they make cute little gays. They always do. You get an ex-Mormon.
You said children, though.
Well, by children, I mean young people. I don't mean children like, oh, good, a 5-year-old. That's yucky. That's just yucky. Tight, but yucky. Anyway, I said it. No, I'm only kidding. Anyway, I'm kidding. Now stop it. Hi, kids. Let's have fun. No, anyway, no, Dora, I'm just being obscene and naughty. Stop that. Anyway.
Yes, you are.
Just
Yes, you are.
now, Doria. Who's even worse than me?
Hi, this is Bill Cosby.
He is not. That's not a pudding pop, is it? Oh, no. He told me it was a chocolate pudding pop. I got all excited. Oh, yeah. Hey, this is like that gum that squirts. Anyway. All right. Stop that. Anyway. Stop it. Anyway. Okay. Now, the other movie that opens that we're all kind of in a dither over is Jonah Hex, which they said, the New York Times said, boy, the buzz is bad on this movie. And they said, but you know what? It doesn't suck. Meanwhile, other people beg to disagree, I think. David Germain from the Associated Press said, so short, it's about Jonah Hex, so short and so bad you cringe at the thought of how awful whatever ended up on the cutting room floor must be. Ooh, that's not good. Meanwhile, Bill Goodycoons, Bill Goodycoons from the Arizona Republic says, take the intriguing premise of a punk rock western based on a graphic novel, populate it with a good cast, add striking visuals, and you come up with a real mess. Oh, that's sad. Meanwhile, Justin Chang from Variety says the film's noisy slam-bang approach. Sounds like a date with Doria. It does. Noisy slam-bang approach. And lack of imagination in all non-visual departments will keep it from rounding up a fresh generation of thrill seekers. That's not good. Meanwhile, Colin Covert from the Minneapolis Star-Tribune says, this is industrially processed entertainment at its cheapest, nastiest, and greasiest. This is Colin Covert. Don't tell anyone. So there. Anyway, so that's the word on Jonah Hex. So I guess we all have to go see Toy Story, and then we'll wait for Jonah Hex to come on a DVD that they send us for free. Right? Is that what it's sounding like, Doria?
Yeah,
Or is that the way we're gonna play it here?
I think so. That's our advice.
All right. When we return, we're going to laugh at something that's really inappropriate. Not that we ever do that on our show. But when we return to the Frank Show, we'll be doing that here on Alki, Sirius 109 XM 98.
1, 2, 3, 4, give us what we're asking for.
Tired of the same old stuff this Father's Day? We hear you, so support the Dads Movement.
D-A-D-S, Dads Against Dumb Stuff.
Sirius is a proud supporter of Dads nationwide, so give Dad everything he loves to listen to, everywhere and anywhere he's missing it.
2, 4, 6, 8, give us gifts that we don't hate.
Go to Sirius.com or call 888-539-SIRIUS for subscriber savings. Gifting for yourself is always encouraged.
And now from Dice.com, the career hub for tech. How 30 seconds can make a difference to a tech career. A brief symposium. You could spend 30 seconds forwarding a funny video to a colleague. Impact? A lukewarm high five in the hallway. You could flirt with the new receptionist.
Hey, how's it going?
Impact? A stern reprimand from HR. And 2 hours of mandatory sensitivity training. Or you could upload your resume to Dice.com, the top site for tech jobs. Dice has over 60,000 of the best jobs in tech. Take advantage of videos, news, tips, and a suite of tools to boost your career, like the Dice Talent Network, which can connect you directly to hiring managers. So the next time you have 30 seconds, spend them wisely. Dice.com, the career hub for tech.
This is Yankees broadcaster Susan Waldman. On August 15th, you can help strike out cancer at Yankee Stadium. Sign up today for the Runyon 5K that uses the stadium as its course. Explore the concourses, ramps, and stairs. Follow in the footsteps of the world champs by taking your own victory laps around the famous Yankees field. All proceeds support cancer research funded by the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. Visit damonrunyon.org/Yankee Stadium or call 212-455-0501.
between snack period and lunch.
Eat the poo-poo!
Chew the fat with Frank DeCARO at 866-305-OUTQ.
Yes, it's Frank live in New York. Doria's live in L.A. Mr. Greg brings us together now to you via the magic of satellite radio. And we want to give a big shout out to Night Lesbian, because Night Lesbian, she just was like, oh, here's all the imaging for Outfest. Have a good time next month. Whee!
The stuff we gave her yesterday.
All the stuff we gave her yesterday was like, here, could you fix this because it doesn't quite work right now anymore, and could you play with it?
You rock, Night Lesbian.
We love Night Lesbian, so yay, rockin' Night Lesbian who makes us sound so good. And she's the one who added all the poo-poo things in a hurry for us. So thanks to her, we are able to have the poo-poo that you get to hear so often.
But don't blame her for that.
Don't blame her for the poo-poo.
It's not like she thought this would be fun, let's do this.
Yes, no, I get blamed
She
for
was only following orders.
Yeah, that's the way we play. That's the way we roll on the show. Now, Doria, we don't like to laugh at things on our show that are inappropriate. Really, we don't. Especially Doria, okay? Doria doesn't have a dark sense of humor, not at all, you know? Anyway, and we don't mean dark sense of humor like, oh boy, I love watching the Jeffersons. I don't mean that, okay. Anyway, so... I can't believe I said that. Anyway, Doria.
Yes.
Yeah, that was real awful, wasn't it? Yeah, I'll take that back.
If you didn't say that, nobody would have realized it.
I think I'm not only a pedophile, I'm a racist pedophile. Oh, this is terrible. Jesus Christ, what a pig fucking
Continue on, Frank.
Shocked. All right, now anyway, so we're gonna, we don't like to laugh at things that are inappropriate, but apparently, okay, a woman in Milwaukee had a terrible thing happen 4 years ago, okay? Her little kid died, okay? But apparently... Toys R Us keeps compounding her sorrow, quote unquote, according to the story, because every year on her daughter's birthday they keep sending her cards. Okay, so
the mother obviously signed her up for a birthday greeting thing, but then the kid died.
So she's being tortured now, and every year she gets a birthday card and a pre-recorded telephone call to her daughter. Okay. And I think the real problem is she gets the card and it's addressed to the daughter, and the daughter's name is Mackenzie, and it's Makynnzee, Scudder, okay? And she gets the letter with the daughter's name on it and says, Jesus Christ, I named my daughter Mackenzie, and spelled it phonetically, and then she feels bad, okay? She feels terrible. She look what I did to this girl. It's terrible. So anyway, but so she's like, please, so she's been calling them. And the poor kid died. She calls, the poor kid died from, she had lung complications when she was 2 because she smoked a lot. So anyway, like the baby, I know, like the baby in China. Anyway, but so the card and the calls, she says, it's like, please stop. Okay, she moved from one town to Milwaukee, okay, and she's still getting them. And she's like, please stop sending the cards. Stop calling me. And they won't do it. So she's received message from the company saying that, yes, her daughter's name is off the birthday club list, but she said, again this year...
sicko at Toys R Us will not let it go.
So this year again, she got the call and she got the card and arrived right on schedule. So she went to a local store, a local Toys R Us, and she ended up in a confrontation resulting... They called the police, okay? So, anyway, they said once they realized why there was the incident... They were like, they tried to help her get, the calls to stop. She said, yes, I was irate. And she did use strong language. Pig fucker, I think, was used.
Adult language and some nudity.
There was in both. She also has a son, and he's on the list. And so she's like, you know what, take both of them off the list. But meanwhile, the son, who's alive, can't get a call or a card, the poor bastard, but the daughter ones keep coming. So that's terrible. So she called a lawyer on this. She just can't stand it anymore. But so the people have been
being tormented by the company.
I know. There's that, and it's just not funny. It's
Don't ever sign up for one of those automatic birthdays.
Yeah,
do you get them to call you, Frank?
They
do they still call you?
Every year. I love it. All right, the news is next.
Sirius 109, XM 98, and on the Sirius XM iPhone and BlackBerry app. This is America's LGBT radio station, Sirius XM OutQ.
From the OutQ newsroom, I'm Tim Curran with these gay community headlines. 2 LGBT activists in Dallas are launching a new group aimed at bringing attention to racial and socioeconomic inequality, both in general and within the gay rights movement. Founder C.D. Kervin is a member of the activist group Get Equal and calls her new group Get Equal Now, but she says it's not an offshoot of the larger group. Kervin says mainstream gay rights organizations and the gay media don't represent gay people of color, gay people of Hispanic or Asian ethnicity, transgender people, gay people who are economically disadvantaged, or even women. She says somebody needs to remind these groups that the gay community is more than just upper middle class white men.
We're going to start these conversations. We're going to go to GLAAD. We're going to go to HRC. We're going to go to Logo. We're going to go to the Advocate. And we're going to start coming to you and holding you accountable. Where have we in the past held our leadership accountable for the promises that they made us when they took these leadership roles? We haven't.
Kervin says even gay-run businesses like bars or shops mostly target white men. She says diversity within the gay community should be celebrated, not avoided. Kervin says if what she calls Gay Inc. made more of an effort to reach LGBT people of color, those people would reach out to their other communities, and that could translate into successes at the ballot box.
We are tired of this racial segregation in our community. It has to stop for us to even begin to reach the civil liberties part of our equal rights.
Co-founder Michael Robinson told the blog Queerty, Yes on 8 had Chinese, Black, and Latino outreach ads long before No on 8 did. The group is planning a youth summit for later this year. More information can be found on the group's website, getequalnow.org, and a long excerpt of the interview with Kervin is on the OutQ News blog at outqnews.com. A professional housekeeper in New York City is suing a prospective employer over demands that she prove that she's HIV negative with a test before she could be hired. Aaron McQuaid has the story from New York.
Agnes Cybulska applied for a position working for Dana Hammond, an heiress to the Annenberg family fortune. Cybulska tells the New York Times she had a first interview at which Hammond told her the job would not pay as much as had been advertised. But she says she wanted the job and went back for a second interview. That's when she says Hammond demanded that she take an HIV test and produce a negative result. The 39-year-old Cybulska tells the Times Hammond told her she required HIV tests of all her employees, and Hammond claimed to have taken one herself after what she described as a recent encounter with a toilet that seemed unclean. Cybulska says she thought the requirement was odd and that Hammond got irritated, telling her, if you don't take it, you will not be employed. She says she told her employment agency Domestic Job Picks about the requirement, and that the agency told her she wasn't right for the job. On Tuesday, Cybulska filed a lawsuit against both Hammond and the agency, alleging that the test requirement violated city human rights law. A lawyer for Hammond did not return the Times call for comment, and the paper reports nobody at the employment agency answered the phone. Aaron McQuaid, OutQ News, New York.
Police in Portland, Oregon will increase patrols and take other action to prevent anti-bias crime downtown. The steps announced Tuesday by out-gay Mayor Sam Adams and Police Chief Mike Reese follow a pair of incidents in which gay men were allegedly assaulted by people who uttered anti-gay slurs. The mayor and chief say police patrols will be boosted near gay bars, and officers assigned to those areas will get additional training. The Bureau is also helping volunteers form a neighborhood watch-style program called the Q Patrol. When a bias crime is reported, an advocate for the victim will respond along with investigators. The Bureau already does this for victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. For OutQ News on demand anytime, visit SiriusOutQ.com. I'm Tim Curran, OutQ News.
Wow, Jane, this is quite a yard sale.
Yeah, I had a lot of useless junk to get rid of.
There's an entire table of beauty products here. A wrinkle cream, an age spa cream. Jane, these are brand names. You must have paid a fortune for them.
None of them work. $5 and they're all yours. When it comes to giving you noticeable benefits, how much is your anti-aging cream really worth? Night Skin is doctor formulated to shed years from your appearance. Dr. Perry's Night Skin diminishes the look of wrinkles and fades the appearance of brown spots on your face and hands. And Night Skin works while you sleep, so you awaken to smooth, younger-looking skin every morning. For a limited time, new customers can try a free 10-day supply of Night Skin. Just call 1-800-205-8110. Pay only shipping and handling. One free sample per household. Don't wait. Look great. Call for your free Night Skin. 1-800-205-8110. 800-205-8110. 800-205-8110.
Live from the Swiss Embassy in New York City.
Well, he isn't exactly a man.
To the La Brea Star Pits in Hollywood.
Well, she's not exactly a housewife. A little more rugged.
It's the Frank DeCARO Show, featuring Doria Biddle.
Oh, that one just makes me giggle. I haven't heard that one in a while. It's Frank DeCARO live in New York City. Kitty cats. Doria Biddle's live in Los Angeles. Mr. Greg brings us together now to you when he's not eating his Snickers. And he brings us together now to you via the magic of satellite radio, Alki, Sirius 109, XM 98. And on the Sirius XM, iPhone, BlackBerry, and Droid apps, and every other smartphone you can think of. Doria, I'm having the time of my life right now. I really am.
Doing what?
My hand is over my head and grabbing onto the back of my shirt. Okay, because the print on this dumb Old Navy shirt is the paint the fabric paint that says West Coast on it is all crumbly, and if you scratch at it, it falls off, and it's like having, when you have sunburn and you peel things, and you're having a good time.
So you're
picking at my shirt and having such a good time. I really am. I don't know what the hell it says. It might say Wet Coast at this point, instead of West Coast, because I've been picking at things. And I'm having a field day. I really am.
Times.
It's just heaven. Do you like that? It's like when people have dandruff, and you want to play with it, you want to run over and go, scratch at it and watch it fall. When you see what's that movie, Breakfast Club? Don't you want to just root around in there and just scratch at it and watch it all fall to pieces and go, look what the mess I made? That doesn't thrill you? Do you pick at scabs? Nothing.
No.
You actually leave things alone.
I pick at my fingernails.
Okay, but somebody says leave that alone. You actually leave it alone.
I don't.
Mostly. All right, I just wondered.
I'm trying to think of the last time somebody said leave that alone. When I bashed my forehead on my towel rack.
Oh, good times.
The other day.
Yes, Greg says, yeah.
And I had that cut, which then, of course, was a scab on my forehead. I did not pick at it.
Oh, you're good. Did you ever have chicken pox?
Yes.
Didn't you?
I was quite young, though.
I know, but didn't you want to pick at didn't it just make you want to go nuts?
Well, I remember it briefly being very itchy.
Yeah, and you want to pick at it so bad, and then you can't, because people are like, you'll get craters, stop it. You have to do TV when you're old. It's like, so you don't pick it. I have one little divot where I couldn't help it. I was like, I said you could have one, you could pick one. And I used to have hair there, so I picked at it, and I figured I'd always have hair there, but that didn't work out as well as we'd hoped. But I picked at my pock. I was a pock picker. So these things happen. Now, Miss Biddle.
Yes, Frank.
I wanted to mention something. I just don't remember what it was. There was something. There really was something I was dying to tell you, but now it's gone completely.
Probably something about.
I know what it is now. I remember.
Father Knows Best.
No, it wasn't. My Little Margie. It really was.
Yeah.
My Little Margie. That was real. Okay, at that point, you can kill me. If I start coming in watching, and on the third season of My Little Margie, at that point you'll be able to.
That's a step too far, Frank?
My Little Margie is a step too far. Yeah.
Why is that too far?
I don't know. For some reason, that's where you'd have to draw the line. I think that would be too much.
I would rather draw the line a little closer.
No, don't. Please don't. It's a little. Laverne and Shirley is the only pleasure I have left in life. Okay, it's really the only thing I enjoy. That and this news.
We should.
What?
We should maybe talk to listeners about at what year should we forbid television recaps, like prior to a certain year.
Do you realize
I'm willing to let it be
what?
This year.
No,
I mean, I just would rather not talk about.
What other show lets you talk about 35-year-old television and talks about it as if it were really last
Nobody else talks about it, Frank.
I
just
know,
you.
But we're selling that. We're helping people. Let's see. We're selling DVDs, so they keep sending them to us. Yes, there's that. I was trying not to say that, Greg. Shut up. Anyway, and don't ever say that again. Anyway, and we're all don't say. And we're all we want people to enjoy things. That's all. Now, but Dory, here's the thing I want to tell you that I think is exciting. But My Little Margie is too far. But yes. Anyway, Romaine
I think it's something sooner.
All right.
More recent.
Romaine and I are going to be live on the reviewing stand at the New York City Pride March on June 27th. Okay, late this month. I'm very excited.
They finally let you on the reviewing stand.
They finally said yes. I was going to be afloat, but they said no. So anyway, they said we don't allow balloons, and I was like, but it would have been cute. I really wanted to float down Fifth Avenue. I thought it would be really fun. But I was like, I'll just suck in a little helium, and then I'll just go up, and I have little people with tow ropes. And look, it's a Frank balloon. Anyway, look at that giant caftan. Oh, hope it doesn't hit a light post. Remember when that lady died? That would be bad. Anyway, so we'll be checking in from the parade route during a special Pride edition of Feel the Spin with Mr. Larry Flick on June 27th, starting at 2 p.m. East, 11 a.m. West. So that'll be very, very fun. So Romaine and I will be on the judging stand. We're very excited about that. That'll be fun. Well, Romaine's not, but I am. I'm giddy and delighted over that. It'll be fun. So anyway, yeah, Romaine is kind of like, whatever. It'll be hot. No, we'll scratch. It'll be fun. It's like it's Pride. It's like it's New York City Pride, people. And then the guy be humping a sheep, and you go, look, I slept with him 20 years ago. That was fun. I had a good time. Anyway, let's go to the phones. Let's see what's going on. Anyway, back to Arkham Asylum. Hi, Brian.
Yes, Frank. I'm sorry I got to be the dominatrix here, but I think your cutoff year has to be 1961. I'm sorry.
1961?
You can't get more pop culture than that, Dora. I mean, 1961, that's perfect. That's like yesterday. It's like water cooler for everyone, right?
No. At Arkham, we all talk about that. Yeah, no, I think
2010.
Wait, but 61, does that precludes I Love Lucy, but I could still talk the Lucy Show.
Correct.
All right, that seems fair. All right, Brian knows. Doria, anyway, Brian has spoken.
No.
We're done. Yes, thank you,
Frank,
Brian.
you have a great weekend, and of course, always to Doria Zig Heil.
Thank you. Anyway, I'll second the motion. Boom. Okay, matter is closed. Thank you. Let's move on to the next thing. Thank you, Brian Toledo, Brother Brian, for bringing that. Elder Brian, thank you for bringing that up. So, anyway, now I feel better now. Okay, so before 61, problematic. After 61, okay. I think that's fair. Right, it's only 1 year before I was born. So that seems fair to me. So, I think I could pick at the front of my
Brian hasn't left his mother's basement since 1961. So.
He's grown considerably and matured a lot, and we love him a lot. He's funny. He was developed a good evil laugh.
No.
I think she does let him out for Comic-Con. She lets him out for Comic-Con once a year. So it works out nice. He gets more lotion, comes back to the basement. It's fine.
2010 is the cutoff date.
All works. 2010 is the cutoff date, so nothing after 2010. So no more TV talk.
Nothing prior to 2010.
No, that's just silly. We want Doria. Vintage television is a thrill and a delight. When Dennis Germany talks about vintage movies, why is that okay?
Because we're not getting a recap of these vintage films.
If you ask him, he says, what happened in that vintage movie?
We don't listen to entire seasons about a vintage movie.
But
we get a day-by-day recap of a series that's been off the air for 35 years.
But the travesty is that it's not on every day. That's the problem. So I bring it to people. I say, you could be enjoying this. I know. I'm reminding them every day. Someone will say, I forgot to put on Netflix. I forgot to put Laverne and Shirley Season 4, Disc 2 on Netflix. It's like Frank was talking about that on the radio today, and it would be lovely. So, anyway, but I think it would...
there are many more current shows that you know nothing about.
I know, but it's not any fun, Dory. It's way more fun. How many shows... If say you were watching The Real Housewives of New York City... and they were fighting with a Murphy bed, okay? And it was going up and down and growling at them. I would watch that. I think that would be a fun thing. I'd like to see that. I would watch it. People say, "Oh my God, did you see that Murphy bed go after Jill Zarin?" I'd be, "Oh no, I didn't." I would watch it. I'd be all excited.
Come on! The Housewives of New York has shotguns and ice skating and.
But they don't have. But I'm saying, do they have a Murphy bed that attacks them? No.
They have everything on that show.
Do you ever see Jill Zarin and the Countess or whatever her name is? Do you ever see them try to change the sheets as candy stripers on someone's bed? While the patient is in a coma, still in it. No, you never get to see that.
You describe that as if that's something we need to see.
It
Frank.
would be fun. It's a laugh and laugh and laugh, Doria. Wouldn't you think it would be? Say you were watching. What's a fun little show? What's that show about all the midgets? What's the name of that one, Doria? That's on Small World and Small World, Big People, Big World, Small People, whatever. Say they were working in a candy factory, except you had two comedians and they had to dip the midget in chocolate. Midgets were coming down a conveyor belt, let's say, okay, and you had to dip them in chocolate, and then they speeded it up a little, and then they started coming down. Wouldn't tell me you wouldn't watch that. That would be fun. And so you say, "Oh, Lucy, we shouldn't talk about it." I think it would. I think you're mistaken here. I really do.
2010, Frank.
Cat in Vermont, you're on the Frank Show.
Well, I just want to say that there are some good shows in the past. Nothing that Frank would ever mention.
Like what?
Like Rosemary Harris in George Sand. That's what I watched when I was in high school. And
was that a sitcom or what?
No, it was on PBS.
Oh, okay. All right, what else you got?
And then the Rock Follies. Did you ever see the Rock Follies?
Rock Follies was wonderful. Was Rula Lenska in Rock Follies?
Yes.
Okay. So we can talk about that, Doria. That was Prisoner of Cell Block H. That's a fun thing. We can talk about.
That was a good show.
See?
And then in the 90s, there was Portrait of a Marriage. That was really good.
That was good, too, Doria.
And they're not reality crap, you know. I mean, there are good shows out there you could talk about.
Portrait of a Marriage was a mini-series.
Oh, so we can talk about it. I don't have the
television.
DVD. If they send me the DVD, I would watch it. Now, Kat, what's the abbreviation for Vermont?
VT.
And what's that backwards?
TV.
Thank you. And there we have it, Kat. Thank you. A big kiss to you.
I passed the test.
You did great. That was wonderful. Rodney, you're on the Frank Show.
I love it when you talk about Lucy. You remind me of all the shows, Laverne and Shirley. I say we have an hour devoted every day for it.
Yeah,
we already do.
Yeah, as it turns out, we kind of do. We just don't want to officially name it that in case I miss a night, you know. So anyway, Rodney, big kiss to you. Thanks for your call. Eric in San Francisco.
Frank.
Arkham West. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Darling. Now, Doria, I don't mean to go against you on this, but let's consider that Frank is an archaeologist.
Yes, thank you.
He runs a very important service. If we do not look back on our history, how do we know how it informs our present?
We are condemned to repeat it.
Well, exactly, see?
Now, she doesn't like
repeats.
repeats.
But Frank repeats himself constantly.
I think maybe once a week you should have a segment, Frank. How would that be? Like a little time machine you go into.
Okay, the way back machine.
We could give you the first hour of say, Monday, and that will be the day I sleep in.
See, I think, Frank, you need to strike a compromise. You need to say, I'll watch one new show if you let me talk about one old show.
All right, so we could do, I'm watching True Blood, and I've read about it. My friend Dennis O'Hare was on the cover of Next Magazine. I was all excited.
You talk about Laverne and Shirley more than you talk about True Blood. The problem is the new shows are on once a week, but he sits and watches these DVDs every single night. We had to sit through months of Banachek.
Oh, Banachek was fun, Dory. We had a nice time with Banachek.
Wait, you know what? I think I've changed my mind. I think it's marriage counseling you need. That's it. That's all I can say, guys.
We are turning into the Loud family, don't you think? Only I just mean like...
But see, that again is a very old reference, Frank.
I know, it's the really Loud family is what we are. Eric, take care of yourself.
Have a lovely weekend and a pleasant tomorrow.
Okay, but I don't know why I said yourselves. Maybe you do have multiple personalities, and I just knew about that. Anyway,
well,
Eric,
maybe I do.
It's true. All right, take care of yourself. Speaking of multiples, Paul in Massachusetts, you're on the Frank Show.
Archaeologist, I can't even pretend you're not a waste of oxygen. Jesus Christ.
Oh, there's a good TV network for you. All right, yes, what's going on with you?
Nutsucker. I love that word, nutsucker.
That's his new word now.
I want to know who you were with last night when I texted that because you couldn't talk.
I was in polite company. I was at a nice dinner. I was on a roof with 3 gays and a bunch of ladies, and we were having a lovely party. And then there it was, you send me the word nutsucker. I was shocked. Meanwhile, so nutsucker is the new pig fucker, isn't it?
It is, and it sounds the same. You know what I mean? It's very, what's that, alliteration or whatever is really good.
Well, how does it sound if you do it 3 times real fast?
Nutsucker. No, shit. Wait,
all right, well, for practice, take 2.
Nutsucker. Yeah,
it's hard.
Actually, just have Greg clip one together. You know?
Nutsucker. I did it.
Nutsucker. Actually, it's hard to say than pig fucker.
Well, you're saying it with a dick in your mouth. That's why. All right, take care, Paul. Trucker Paul, you're on the Frank Show.
Yes. Doria, darling, you got to understand. If he didn't have these shows to talk about, it'd be nothing but aimless prattle.
So anyway, yeah, instead of this lovely, informative thing, yes.
I'm rooting for you, Doria.
You're not helping me, Trucker.
Aimless prattle about Laverne and Shirley.
Nutsucker. You're getting one of these. That was just rude. Lily Whitehouse, how are you, baby?
Hi, Frank. I love when you talk about anything, and I love that you educate me because I don't know about all those old shows. So I love that you talk about it all the time.
Thank you. See, when young people call Dory, there's some young people appreciate me. Young, supple, pretty things. Yes. How are things going at La Cage, darling?
They're good. Did you see the Tonys?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, we were having our moment. We were definitely having our moment on the Tonys.
Definitely, and we were so proud of Douglas Hodge winning. He was wonderful.
Yeah, we won the big three, director and best revival and best actor. So we got the triple crown. We won the ones we needed to win. You know what I mean?
Well, the show's fucking unbelievably good. So it's just amazing.
Well, thanks, Frank. I want to come talk to you in person.
Well, you and I need to have a date. Let's do it before we leave for Outfest.
Oh, okay.
We'll see you in the next couple weeks. You email me, we'll make a date.
Broadway Bears. Wait a minute. Broadway Bears this weekend. We're doing a number.
Oh my God! Are you going to show your noonie?
Yeah, don't you want me to? You said I look good as a guy and a woman.
I said what I said was it's totally fucking unfair that you're cute as a girl and as a guy. I said, I think you're leaving out the totally fucking unfair part. That's where I went with it. Yeah.
Well, you're much cuter than you give yourself. And Doria, I don't know what you look like, but I'm sure you're cute too.
She's very cute. Unpleasant, but cute. Yes, there's that.
You're plain. Unpleasant but cute. No, I'm sure you're so adorable. I can tell.
She is. She's adorable. Anyway, Lily,
you're so cute, and I love you. Have a great weekend, and come to Broadway Bears, support Broadway Cares, Equity Fight Saves. Sunday, 2 shows, Roseland Ballroom.
thanks for the plug, Lily Whitehouse. Big kiss to you. Thanks a lot. And go see LeConte when you're in New York.
Bye.
Bye, Peanut. Bye. Patrick in New York, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey, guys, my first time calling in, so I'm a virgin.
Okay, we'll be gentle. Go ahead.
Please be gentle. Oh, I'm more into the compromise. You know, Doria, you want something, 2010. Frank, you obviously like the 60s. Hawaii 5-0.
Oh, I can't wait for the new version of that. I'm very excited about that.
Exactly. You two now will have something to talk about, and you can reminisce.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Patrick, you've worked it all out for us. You know that song, You're So 3008, I'm So 1958. That's what we say. Patrick, take care of yourself.
You go, girl.
Thanks. Call us again. We love hearing from you. Other Patrick now. Or maybe the other Patrick was other Patrick. Patrick in Michigan. You're on the Frank Show.
Well, if Doria sets that censorship, then she can't have Battlestar Galactica talked about either.
Well, we never did talk about Battlestar Galactica because Frank never watched Battlestar Galactica.
I watched it all the time. I thought Richard Hatch was wonderful. I loved Lauren Green. I thought
Patrick,
John Colicos as the villain when he had whatever his name was with the little goatee. I thought he was wonderful. I loved that show in the 70s. Patrick, take care of your... thank you for pointing out an important fact. I appreciate that. Now, when we return to the Frank Show, I don't know what the hell we're going to do, but you know what? It'll be fun, whatever it is. Here on OutQ, Series 109 XM 98.
My name's Jason Ellis. When you stub your toe, don't even try and tell me you don't drop F-bombs. I'm better than anybody in the afternoons. If you don't believe me, listen to it for a week, then call me and I'll give you your money back. I'm lying and telling the truth at the same time, which makes me mysterious. I'm way better than everybody. I just can't explain it right now because I'm trying to say it to you in a G-rated fashion. And let's face it, I'm just real. Check out the Jason Ellis Show, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. Series 28 Faction.
Truckers, we know you can't afford to waste time at a weigh station. That's why you need Pre-Pass. With Pre-Pass, highway sensors check your weight and certifications as you drive highway speed. If everything checks, a green light on your dash lets you know you keep on driving. Try it for free. We guarantee you're going to want Pre-Pass along on every haul. Go to prepass.com and enter the promo code FREE or call 888-599-PASS. That's 888-599-PASS. 888-599-7277.
Goalsetter Basketball Systems is celebrating America with an exclusive offer on their American-made basketball hoops for your home, court, or driveway. Save $400 and get free delivery on their #1 selling basketball hoop, the All-American. Log on to goalsetter.com to see what Goalsetter, the best in basketball, has to offer. Adjustable hoops, lifetime warranty, local dealers, and made in the USA. Log on today to save $400 at goalsetter.com. Proud to be an American. Proud to be American-made. Goalsetter, the best in basketball. Does your vehicle have less than 175,000 miles with an automobile warranty about to expire or no automobile warranty coverage at all? Automobile Coverage of America has announced a low-cost protection plan to save consumers thousands on auto repairs. Drivers who are covered by this protection plan will not have to pay for a covered repair bill again. Now, they pay the bill directly for you. Call now and receive roadside assistance, towing, and car rental at no additional cost. Call 800-585-4980. That's 800-585-4980.
It's Frank and Doria, and your calls too.
Answer the phone, you bitch!
Call 866-305-OUT-YOU.
Now that last thing you heard, that answer the phone, you bitch, that was actually Doria trying to reach the guest that we wanted to talk to this hour. Answer the phone, you bitch! Anyway, they were doing a Bewitched big gay
fanfare,
fair or something for Bewitched. And we were all excited about it, and then it didn't work out. That we just couldn't. Well, we'll get back in touch. Now we'll do this, and then
the
we'll
organizer has disappeared off the face of the planet.
Well, he went bing, and he went or bing. How did that was Laverne? That was
he's trying to wiggle his nose without moving his entire face,
and he went away, and that was it. And so that's why we didn't hear from him or her or it or him. And so now he wins the Bewitched Nutsucker of the Year award because we're mad that he didn't call us.
Punch in the face!
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So because not only is he late, he just didn't get in touch with us. And so, we'll get you Dr. Bombay. Oh, we'll have a nice time talking to Dr. Bombay. Oh, we were all excited. We were going to talk to the actor who played Dr. Bombay, and.
No, he let me know early on Dr. Bombay wouldn't work.
Aren't they trucking Dr. Bombay out or something during this thing?
Yes. But Dr. Bombay apparently would has some hearing issues and wouldn't be good on the radio, wouldn't be able to.
I don't listen to anything anybody says, and I keep talking. He could have just come on and kept talking. I could have asked him one question and said, now go! And he could have just kept going. Oh, and then there was that episode where where Andorra actually tried to promote a lesbian agenda. Do you think Agnes Moorehead was a big old dyke?
I honestly don't know.
I hope so.
But she reminded me of my mother's mother.
Was your mother's mother a big old dyke?
No, not at all.
I don't know.
But Andorra was my grandmother. My grandmother Doria. Nan.
Wait, so that's who you're named after?
Mm-hmm.
Grandmother Doria?
Mm-hmm.
Who was she named after?
Nobody.
Well, how did the Andrea Doria figure into this? 'Cause I thought that had something to do with it.
It didn't, Frank.
See, I don't listen well enough, do I, Doria?
No, you don't.
No, I really don't. I was all excited.
Andrea Doria was sank, in the 50s, and she was already well into her life's journey in the 50s.
Well, how far into its journey was the Andrea Doria, actually? Was it? It wasn't like a maiden voyage or anything.
I don't know.
No, I guess not. Anyway, I don't really know. I just really thought you were named after a disaster. Mike in New Hampshire, you're on the Frank Show.
Hi, I think you ought to talk about TV shows prior to 1961.
Okay.
Sunset Strip with Ed Kooky Burns.
Oh,
and Armis Brooks.
Armis
and
Brooks.
The Lone Ranger and Tonto.
That's what Doria and I model ourselves after.
Donna Reed.
We have a classic radio station.
Why we became the way we are.
Yeah, see, Doria, it's archaeological and weighty,
right.
And it's sorry about the word weighty.
And that's what you talk
our
about,
fat
Frank.
listeners who are like me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, I want to hear more about the Lone Ranger and Tonto out on the prairies.
Well, that's coming up next month because Doria and I will be together. We'll be together at Outfest.
I hopefully will be the Lone Ranger.
Yes, she is, and I'm Tonto. Anyway, we know about that. So anyway, definitely. Answer the phone, you bitch. Greg, look at all these. Greg, they're all lighting up. Answer the phone, you bitch. See, he doesn't take
What
it
is
seriously.
Greg doing?
I don't know what he's touching himself in. I don't want a clip. Look at all these people. Now I'm going to stop. Anyway.
Excuse me.
724, it's your moment to shine on the Frank Show.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's you again. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. What's the topic for Michelangelo's show?
It's not so much. About a half an hour now. Can you wait?
What's the topic?
What's the top? I don't know. It's not my show. I don't even know.
He's still prepping his show.
I don't even know the fucking topic on my own show.
So why is the Michelangelo picking up?
Because he's not here yet. He's busy. Well, just stop it. Oh, my
But
God.
you can go to his blog and get the whole rundown of his show right
Christmas.
now. If I knew the web address,
He
I'd
knows
know.
before it starts what it's going to be
his Twitter
about.
account. It's M. Signorelli.
How the hell do people know what the show's going to be about before it starts, Doria?
They actually follow the rundown.
That's crazy talk. How can that be?
And their
That's awful.
guests
Answer
appear
the phone,
when they're
you
supposed
bitch.
to.
All right, I'm sorry. Anyway, great. Anyway. Answer the phone, you bitch. Frank in Portland, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey, I just wanted to say that the Andrea Doria sank on July 25th, 1956.
I thought it was 56. I was pretty
Wait,
sure
56. That was wait. What day was it?
July 25th.
That was Doria's 16 and a half birthday. It was.
Actually, it was the day before I was born because the day I was born, that was the headline on the newspaper.
Oh my God! Oh, that. So did you always feel responsible for that, like the way
No.
they wrote it? Said about
Not
she
really.
felt responsible for World War II. All right, well, good. Don't take it's not.
It's sunk in New York Harbor.
Well, Frank, nothing's your fault. Don't worry about it. That's what the therapist used to say to me. I just passed along. Frank, nothing is your fault. That's what they used to say. All right, take care of yourself. Curtis in Missouri, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey, Frank. Hey, Doria. How you guys doing this Friday?
Good, thank
We're
you.
hanging in there.
Doria, how about if Frank only talks about television shows that were made before 1927?
There's an idea.
I think that's a perfect
Curtis,
idea.
Doria did host a lesbian variety hour in the 27-28 fall season. It lasted 13 episodes. Okay, it was called Dykes on Fire, and that's an old Steve Martinism. Anyway, Dykes on Fire was the name of it, and it was just lovely. Anyway, she was very good. She was the master of ceremony. She did lay the groundwork for Ed Sullivan, and which is better than laying Ed Sullivan if you ever saw him. So anyway, she did do that, but she was quite popular in certain parts of Santa Barbara. I think they liked it. It was a local show, but they liked it. It was quite good. We still love it.
You can just go on forever, can't
I
you,
can
Frank?
amuse myself like I'm a only child with a box full of 64 crayons, and they're all periwinkle. Okay, it's really true. All right, Curtis, take care of yourself.
You guys have a good weekend now. Okay?
Thanks a lot. Anyway, an
Bye.
important call now. Amy in Los Angeles, you're on the Frank Show.
Hi, Doria. Did Colin get home okay last night?
Yes, he did. Amy took Colin out to celebrate the Lakers win. They went downtown and tipped over a few police cars, from what I understand.
No, not police cars, Miatas. We're tipping
that's
over
right.
Miatas.
They just tipped over Miatas.
Pretend it's mommy. Pretend it's mommy, and then Colin would just do it. Yeah.
And they would do it. It was amazing with those tiny little, itty-bitty little legs. He was flipping Miatas all over town. It was great.
He's cute. How are
He
you?
really is so
How are you, Amy?
I'm recovering from Gay Pride, where Doria left me to fend for myself when some horrible drunk kept bumping into me. And I looked at Doria. I'm like, Doria, help. And she went, no way, this is way too amusing. Laughing, enjoying herself at my expense.
She was getting harassed by this incredibly drunk woman, and I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Now, did you bite the woman the way Doria bit you? I mean, did you get even with her?
No, but apparently Doria had shoved her much earlier in the day, really hard.
No.
What Doria instructed me to do.
No, she bumped into me, and I just pushed back, and she went flying across into another
me.
table. No, not into you, away from you. But she didn't know that's why she went flying. She had no idea. And so I told you, just shove her next time she bumps into you, but you wouldn't do
Yeah,
it.
at the end of the day. And then Doria handed me some free popcorn, and I felt better.
Oh, well, this is a nice story. You guys seem to be hitting it off.